Imagine a stadium filled with tens of thousands of people, all eyes on a giant screen. And there he is, Donald Trump, standing rigid during the national anthem, projecting an image of authority that feels eerily reminiscent of a strongman regime. But here's where it gets controversial. The crowd's reaction wasn't the adoration he likely expected. Instead, a wave of boos drowned out the scattered cheers, amplified by the closed roof of Arthur Ashe Stadium due to rain. And this is the part most people miss, that awkward smirk on Trump's face as he absorbed the jeers, a moment that seemed almost familiar, as if he'd been here before. Because he has. Trump's appearance at the US Open men's final wasn't just a casual visit, it was a calculated move. Forget the notion that he was there for the love of tennis. If that were the case, he would have shown up a day earlier for the women's final, where American player Amanda Anisimova's comeback story could have been a feel-good moment. But no, Trump's presence was a distraction, not for himself, but for the nation. With recession alarms blaring, whispers about his health growing louder, and the shadow of Jeffrey Epstein's files looming, Trump needed a spectacle. And what better stage than the US Open, where he could commandeer attention like a flashbang in a crowded room. But let's pause for a moment. Isn't it ironic that Trump, who often accuses the media of unfair editing, would benefit from the USTA's memo urging broadcasters to avoid showing dissent against him? And this isn't just about sports. It's about power, optics, and the lengths some will go to control the narrative. Former presidents like Obama and Clinton have attended the US Open without making it about ego. Clinton, for instance, cheered on Pete Sampras in 2000, even signing balls for fans. Yet Trump's appearance felt more like a political rally than a sporting event, complete with over-the-top security and a crowd that seemed more interested in booing him than watching the match. Here's the kicker. The USTA, in a move that could be seen as either genius or desperation, placed the men's trophy in the Rolex suite for Trump's arrival, only to switch it later. They even broke their own rules by showing him on the big screen again, inviting another round of boos. Was this a subtle act of defiance, or just another layer of the spectacle? By the end of the match, Trump was confined to his luxury box, watching as Carlos Alcaraz celebrated his victory with the crowd. A stark contrast to Trump's isolated, almost punitive position. This brings us to the heart of the matter, Trump's insatiable need for attention. As Alice Roosevelt once said of her father, Theodore, he wants to be the bride at every wedding, the corpse at every funeral, and the baby at every christening. But Trump takes this to another level. Whether it's exploiting the US Open for clout, threatening to invade New York, or declaring war on Chicago, he'll stop at nothing to stay in the spotlight. The question is, at what cost? And more importantly, what does this say about the intersection of politics and sports in our society? So here's a thought-provoking question for you. Is Trump's behavior a reflection of his ego, a strategic distraction, or a symptom of a larger cultural issue? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Agree or disagree? The conversation starts here.